Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of 52-Week Movie Challenge. I'm your host, Jonathan Moody, and I'm looking over here to see we are on week 28. And if this is set during the decade I was born. So, of course, I was born in the 80s and decided to find an 80s movie, and I forgot who I was watching. Maybe it was like mid-level media or one of these guys who I follow a lot and think that they're pretty awesome. I think it was mid-level media. And they had recommended the movie Sing Street. So as like a movie Blu-ray that they had. And I'm always on the lookout for movies I haven't heard of or had heard of but didn't know much about, and this was that. I heard the name, didn't know much about it, but he said it was great, so I figured, I'll give it a try. And so here we go. So the year was 2000. Year released was 2016. The date challenge completed was today, which is 7/11/22. Aspect ratio is 2.39. Point dash one or whatever, colon dash one, I don't know, whatever. 1 hour 46 minutes. Its genre is comedy, drama, romance. It's rated PG-13. I gave it 4.5 stars, and we'll get into that. For starring Ferdia Walsh Pilo, Lucy Boynton, and Jack Rayner. None of which I'd actually heard of or anything, but they've all had some pretty good careers, so good for them. Probably after this movie, probably helped, in a big way. It was directed by John Carney, who has done some amazing stuff since. Produced by John Carney and both the Bob and Harvey Weinstein. Did not know that until just recently, so we'll definitely be getting into a little bit of that, I guess, too. It was written by John Carney with a story by Simon Carmody, music by Gary Clark, original music. I'm not sure who did all the other, music, if Gary Clark did all of the composing, all the different songs and stuff for it too. Awards received was Clotrudis Award, Best Use of Music. The DFC Award, Best Song, which is Drive It Like You Mean It, or Drive It Like You Stole It. So I'll say probably all the awards were for the music, for mostly, if anything, because everybody did a fantastic job and everything, but the music was really what set the movie apart. Why did I choose this particular film? Because I heard of it and had not gotten a chance to see it. Have I seen the movie before? Nope. Would I recommend this film? Why or why not? And I said, hells yeah. It is amazing. Which character were you most able to identify with or connect with in what way? None, but I guess Connor. He was nice, but a little shy. Kind of made for some awkward scenes. Best line in the movie is done by Rafina, the main girl, which is, your problem is that you're not happy being sad, but that's what love is. That's what love is, Cosmo. She kept calling him Cosmo. Happy, sad. So that was a quote from it I liked. Were you surprised by the ending? What would you have done differently? Not surprised. Hoping they would go to England together. How well did the film capture the time feel of the time period? Explain. I'm not sure, since it was in the 80s in Dublin, Ireland. It is different than the 80s in America. But I'm sure it did. Anything else I'd like to add? Nope. Go watch it on Tubi. So there you go. So what can I say? I mean, I'm not gonna say this movie like changed my life or anything, but it really did make me feel good. It was a damn good feel good movie. Um, from the very beginning, the characters were really interesting. Connor, his brother, and his family, his sister Anne, their sister Anne, and then his friends he met, because he's the new kid, the new school, and the school has specific stuffs, outlined saying you can't have brown shoes or any other shoes. You have to have black shoes. So he ends up painting his shoes black, and he ends up meeting this girl Rafina, who's like the girl on the corner who's just sits there. I guess she's waiting for her boyfriend or something, or she's just waiting. I don't know. She's a model, and he has the guts to go up to her and talk to her, but he ends up telling her he's in a band and that he's shooting a music video. And that was at the time, I think, when they started playing music videos, and everybody was getting really super excited about them. It was 1985. And so he ends up I think it was 1985. They said stuff about Back to the Future. When was Back to the Future? Because I always thought it was later, but I think it was 1985, so it might have been the same year. But so there's a lot of complications. Rafina is, yeah, it was 1985, same year. So Rafina is madly or is not madly, but she's dating a guy that she thinks is going to basically change, help her out and get her out of this, town that they're in, and go to England where, she could be a model and she could do all the things she wants to do. And then she ends up, I don't know why I hope I'm not coming down with something. So sorry guys, I'm probably not, but um, but yeah, so she is part of the she's a model. She's trying to get out of town, out into England, and she leaves, or she wants to leave it, but she ends up meeting Connor. And when Connor says that he wants her in his music video, he plays, he makes a song just for her, even though he says it's for a different model. She really likes the song and agrees to be in the music video, and it's a very, I don't know what Oingo Boingo type song. I thought it was very weird and kind of it was just very weird. So anyway, she ends up they end up falling in love, but in the meantime, he's got this band that he's putting together, and he's got so much stuff going on, and she still wants to go to England, so she does end up going to England for a little bit, comes back, and she kind of treats him badly, and he understands that, and he is, and I thought that was a really awesome stuff, because she kind of treats him like he's lower than her, like how, oh, I'm just like my mom, I'm dating I'm going out with a little 15-year-old schoolboy, and she's 16, so she's not much older than him. And so it was a good movie. It had some really good feel good moments. All the songs were very catchy, though they weren't full 3-minute songs. Most of them are 2 minutes. So but there were enough basically for the songs. And I would have loved if they had made 10 songs. I think they only had 9 originals, or 8 originals. If they had done a full 10 or 12 or something, they could have put an EP out and had an actual Sing Street EP. But one of the last songs was actually by Adam Levine, so I thought that was pretty cool. I was surprised to see that the Weinstein brothers had anything to do with this. I'm guessing that they distributed after the movie had gotten filmed or whatever. I'm sure it got filmed in Dublin, and then they were looking for American distribution, and the Weinsteins were, or were one at that particular moment, right? That was 2016. That was like right before Harvey went under, and now nobody, the Weinstein Pictures is gone. Dimension Films, all that stuff is gone, and understandably so. So I just looking back at that, I was like, whoa, did not realize that. Um so all in all though, like I really enjoyed this movie. Like, as I said, 4.5 stars. It almost got 5. I mean, I don't know really. I just don't think it's like a perfect movie, but it definitely it's definitely one of those movies that caught my attention once I started watching it, and I really wanted to know what was going to happen next. I know he and the guy who ran the school and everything or whatever, like the brother, didn't get along, and because he was wearing makeup and all this other stuff, and the school did not find that to be at all up to their standards. So I don't know, I just really enjoyed the movie. I thought that they did a great job. I loved all the characters, and honestly, I would suggest this if you're going on Tubi and you're trying to look for something that you haven't seen yet. This would be it. I kind of ruined, I guess, a little bit of it with what I said about the ending, but I kind of expected it to end the way it did, because it felt like a feel good movie where at the end it would be, like it was a comedy and a drama. Also, like the bully basically, and how they sort of showed how the bully's home life was what made him like be such a dick, and then later he joins the groups as a roadie, mainly to get away from his abusive dad and stuff. So I mean, to me, that was great. And then he got to be sort of abusive in a good way. Like he was helping, there was roadie, he was helping people, keeping the stage clear of people just jumping on the stage. And I don't know, I really found it to be such a cute little movie. If you haven't seen it, once again, go see it. Even if I talk about it and say these things, you need to watch it because it's just so cute. The songs are adorable. The people are adorable. I love Rafina. I kind of wish that there had been more of her throughout it and stuff, and more with the brother stuff. Oh my god, he has such a fantastic like monologue that he delivers that just made me like, I don't know, it all made me happy. Like this whole movie made me happy. So John Carney, thank you so much for doing this. I mean, this band right here, these guys, this guy over here, the what is it, manager of the group, and all of them, like it's just, and I've always kind of been interested in, right, like sort of from the beginning to later of a band. How do they start? How do they get together? Like what, because I'm not a singer, or I don't play guitar. I don't do any instruments. I mean, I'm just not musically inclined, but I love listening to music and I love lyrics. And I got to learn a little bit about how some people put lyrics together and how they do it with the songs and then stuff. And even though that wasn't like any of the main thing, it was the thing that really helped push the movie along and made me like, really enjoy it. So anywho, I just want to say thank you for checking this out. But what is next week? I think it is based around a sport. All right, so that could be anything. Baseball, basketball, karate, anything. So, I've got my pickings. I don't know. We'll see what I pick. I have no idea. It might be something I've already seen a billion times that I just want to review, or it might be something that I haven't seen at all. I don't know. We'll see when I feel like doing it. So anyway, thank you guys for checking this out. Did you like Sing Street? Is this a movie that you would recommend? If so, let me know what you think. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.